Welcome to the lesson video for Lesson 7 found in the Mayron Cole Piano Method Level 1. This encompasses pages 57 to 64. And in this lesson, we're going to start off with the fun sheet for little mice. And in here, we're going to be talking about the E flat. So if you think before the songs that you played, like the Butterfly and Autumn Waltz, we talked about the B flat. So the B flat basically is the key that's to the very, 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 very left of the B. E flat's going to be the same thing. E flat is going to be the very, 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 very next key to the left of E. So we're going to fill this out here real quick, show you where E is at, talk about little mice a little bit, and then we will continue on with the rest of the lesson. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to go through questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. So 1 is at the top, and it's going to ask you about the E flat. You can go ahead and pause the video here real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and answer the questions here together. All right, so let's go ahead and go through here. So first off, show your teacher which key is the E flat key on this little keyboard. Again, it's the right side of the two black keys here. So I'm going to color that in the best I can with my finger here on my computer. Then number 2, the notes. 2 notes are played at the same time in Little Mice. What 2 notes are played? So they're right here. Okay, so those are C and D, or you could write D and C. It'd be the same answer. Write the counts. Number 3, write the counts below these notes. Then with your teacher in your class, tap and count the rhythm aloud on a C, E, or a G key. Okay, so we're going to write 1, and then 2 plus, or 2 and then a 3 and a 4, and then a 1 and 2 and 3 dash 4. Now you're going to see why we play this rhythm, because it actually shows up in Little Mice. So I'm going to go ahead and play through this one on a C. You're more than welcome to join me, but you don't have to. I'm going to count to 4 before I start playing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so that rhythm's going to come up in Little Mice. Then play the above rhythm with 2 hands and as many fingers as you feel using C, E, and G. We're going to go ahead and skip over that. Number 5, a flat sign means to go forward or backward. So we just talked about this. The flat sign means to go backward. So I'm just going to write BW there. You can write backwards if you want to. But there's the answers for the first page, page 57 in Lesson 7. Feel free to pause the video right here. That way you can go ahead and get your answers written in. But I'm going to go ahead and clear this and move right on down. All right, let's keep going on here. So then here's Little Mice. Again, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So we have that rhythm that comes up in the song. We do play it through that in the song video, which is linked in the description below. And then our next page right here, page 60, is going to be a mystery message. So again, on our mystery messages here, what we're going to do is go through and answer or basically decode the words using the notes above here. So what we'll do, I'm going to zoom out enough. Maybe. There we go. Okay. A little bit more. There we go. Okay. That way we can see everything. And if you want to go ahead and pause the video right here, fill in the blanks, and then we'll go through them together. Excellent. So here we go. So we're going to start off with C. Oop, I need to grab my pen again, don't I? So we're going to start off with C. And then E, E. So our first word is creeping. And so we have D right there. C, crawling, creeping and crawling. And then the E, creeping and crawling about. The dark, I have D right there, house. So we have an E, is a little E, night visitor. A, C, and then E, so acute. And then we have E, little, and then mouse. Okay, so creeping and crawling about the dark house is a little night visitor, a cute little mouse. So that's what your mystery message says. Feel free to pause the video right there. That way you can see or fill out your answers there, and then we'll go ahead and move on. All right, let's keep going here. So next, we're going to have a fun sheet for tiptoe here. Now, tiptoe, let's go ahead and take a real quick look. There's something different about tiptoe than there is in Little Mice. We don't have the E flat, so now we're just going to play normal C, D, and E like in the Ticking Clock, School Bells, Green Toad Boogie, and Yellow Daisies. So here in the fun sheet, we're going to zoom in so that way we can see this a little bit better. Just like what we've been working on, we're going to be connecting the notes from the staff up to the keyboard, and then we're going to be filling in the notes here. So you want to pause the video one more time, and then we'll go through the answers together. All right, so let's come in here. We're going to start off with the letters down here. So we start off with C, then we have C right there, and then D, and then E. Next up is D again, and then D, and E. Okay, then we're going to connect the notes. So here's C. Connect them to where they live on the keyboard. There's D. Here's E. Here's D. There's D again. And then we have E. Okay, and then number 2, it says when you go to the keyboard, play the above notes for your teacher. Sit with your nose in front of the middle E or C. So generally you want to sit in front of middle C. We don't really look at that in my school. Your teacher might, but here in our school, as long as you're seated in front of the keyboard, somewhere in the middle, that's totally fine. Next, we'll have Tiptoe. You can look at the the video for this song. The link is in the description below. That's where we talk about it. And then we have one more mystery message here. So I'm going to try to zoom out a little bit more. That way we can see the whole thing. That's kind of close. Actually, I'm going to move something on my end here real quick. There we go. Okay. So feel free to pause, fill this out on your own, and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go through here. So we start off with E, and then E again, and then D, and then C, and then E again, and then D, C, and E. So we have the little dancer dances. So that's what we have so far. And then E, C, and then D, and then D again, and then C. So each day dancing, and then E, and then E again. Oh, guess what? E again, and then E again. So in here we have the little dancer dances each day, dancing about. She performs her ballet. So you can pause the video right here to write down your answers. But that is going to be the end of our lesson there for lesson 7 from the Mayron Cole Piano Method Level 1.